everyone and welcome back to my channel. I've given myself a fringe for this intro today. I have no idea why, I just done it there and now 2 seconds ago. And you can see all the purple in my hair and when I wear it like this actually. A lot of people ask on Instagram what I use on my hair, so I might actually do like a wee Instagram video on what I do use on my hair. If you want to see a YouTube video, comment below and I'll actually show you how I get this purple. But anyway, welcome to a video using all my favourite makeup products, and there's a little like random couple of products thrown in here as well. So we've got the Soft Does Nails palette, Charlotte Tilbury blush, Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder foundation, we've got the Tartelette Urban Decay Shapeshifter. We've got like a variety of brands going on in this video. I created, let me see, this spot look eye look right here for you. If you're interested to see how I created this eye look right here and see what I thought of all these different products and why they're my favourites, then please just keep watching. I accidentally just deleted the first section of my video, and what it was me saying that I absolutely love the MAC Paint Pot and Painterly. It's obviously my favourite eye primer. I don't see anything replacing this. I have got it all over the eyes and I've set it down with the Illamasqua translucent setting powder, and this is also one of my absolute faves. I use both of these on myself every single day and on clients, so I do go through them like crazy. This is a really underrated product. It's absolutely fantastic. But I've got MAC Paint Pot all over my eyes and set down with Illamasqua translucent setting powder. As you can see, I've already started with the eyes and I don't know how much footage is actually here. My next favourite to talk about is my Tartelette palette Toasted. This eyeshadow palette is absolutely stunning. So it is 12 shades and they're all like your warm neutral sort of shades. There's some nice shimmers in there and there's a couple of like your more like pinky red sort of tones. This palette has very recently become my favourite actually. I used it when I was doing a show, the SCCC, for bridal makeup, and I absolutely loved how the look turned out. It literally took me 10 minutes to do a full eye look. It was really simple, really easy, and it was gorgeous. And actually that night I came home and used the palette for going out, so I really do love it. So let's go in and start with this palette. So the sun is dipping in and out today. It is a typical winter's day. It's 1 minute absolutely sunny, 1 minute completely dull. So if the light keeps switching in and out, that is why. All over the crease, right down the outer edge and down the inner corner of my eye, because we are going to do a spotlight eye. Now layering on top that second shade, Warmth. So I have got quite a bit of kickback from this shade, so I'm being careful to tap my brush off before I go into my eyes, but obviously I haven't done my base, so I'm not too bothered if I get a little bit of fallout under, but I'll try and show you actually. Can you see like all the powder here? Not all the shades do that in this palette. This one just seems to be particularly bad. Going with this shade here, Cozy. It's got little gold reflex in it, but I actually don't think they're going to show up that much on the eye, and I really like the brown shade that it is. Being more careful where I'm placing this on the outer of the eye, and I'm going to place it on the inner. I actually think I'm going to use a smaller brush for this. I'm going to use quite a small dense brush for this. I'm just sort of drawing around where I want that spotlight to be. do want it quite dramatic, so it's probably a little bit higher than my actual lid space. I'm actually not sure if these tones work well together. These are not shades that I've used together in the past. I've never used Crackle before. Looks kind of like a more, in the pan it looks more cool than the rest. Dark shade right into the crease and round, and I'm also every now and again going back in with a small brush and placing that down on this inside corner and this outside corner, and obviously I'm going to clean up the edges here and blend these out. So I'm going to finish this off. The problem is now is that this eye is watering here in the corner. They actually started watering before I even started doing this makeup. Like, I don't know what is going on with my eyes these days. This outside edge later when my eye stops watering, because of my face it should have dried off. So let's now go in and do this middle spotlight section. I'm using another current favourite of the moment, which is the MUA Pro Base. This is like $2.99 or $3.99 or something, it's insane. So I'm using this to create the spotlight. I've put a little bit on my hand. Got a MAC 242 brush and I'm placing that down right in the middle here. Little looking up trick. Actually, it's not my little looking up trick, it's literally everyone's little looking up trick. And I'm going into Lacquer and Warmth, and I'm just patting that down on both edges. Gosh, this eye is watering so bad, it's stinging. And I'm probably just going to pat that in with my fingers. And as you can see, it's like starting to take shape, obviously apart from this side here, which is stinging like crazy. So I've got the chrome pots and I don't know which one to go for. Let's pull out Martini, which looks like this. Both of these are actually my favourites. I probably use the other one more. Insanely pigmented. Look at that, it's like beautiful. I'm thinking I'm just going to use my finger for this. I get to this top section, which I am cutting in with a brush, just so that I can get that neat line around here. And I've kind of went out the concealer a little bit, which it doesn't really matter. These are so pigmented that it's covering all the work that I already did. But I'm just going to go back in with those shades again, which you would do anyway. Get our little brush again and we're just kind of patting that over the top. bit too latte and warmth on that brush. That's really coming together now. And just play about with the size of the spotlight and the blending until you're completely happy, and then you're done. So as I said, these two little guys here are my absolute faves, and I'm loving how this eye look is now coming together. So I'm just going to tidy it up, clean it up a little bit, and I'll be right back. My eyes are completely flipping out, so while I was off camera I finished off this eye here and popped on some liner and lash. And now that the liner and lash is on, it does look really good. Like, I was worried when I was putting it together that it wasn't going to come together properly. So basically that's what I've did, and I'm going to do the same on this eye, but I'm going to let you know what I used. So I used the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner, which is my new fave go-to liner. I usually use MAC Gel Liner and Black Chalk, which I still do like, but I'm loving the ease of use of this one, just because you just whip the lid off and use it straight from the nib. Probably wouldn't use it in clients, plus it's not very hygienic. And then lashes, I've got on an Eldora lash here, and I do believe they are H16 something or other, I don't know, but this is them here. I wouldn't say this set is my favourite. I just popped on any Eldora set that goes with this look because all the Eldora eyelashes are my absolute fave. The brand as a whole are fantastic. The lashes are so nice, so flexible. They are so soft and lightweight on the eyes. The glue is absolutely amazing. It's the best eyelash glue I've ever used, and you can reuse them so many times. They're absolutely fantastic. So let me do this other eye, and we'll come back and do the face makeup, and we can obviously chat more then. I feel like I can't chat while I'm doing eyes because I'm just concentrating so much. So moving on to skin, recently I have been loving the Too Faced Poreless Primer, and I actually don't even know if they still sell this. It's a little sample that I've got, and I've had it for a wee while. So I'm going to pop that on, and you see, I don't know if the camera picks up, but like how much under my eyes are red. Like, I don't know if you can see this redness here and here. I do not know what is wrong. I'm afraid these eye looks aren't turning out exactly how I would want them. So I'm popping on this Poreless Primer. Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder Foundation in the shade 3. I've been loving this foundation lately. It is super dewy and beautiful on the skin. I'm going to pop this on with a big fluffy brush. I've recently been trying out quite a few Charlotte Tilbury products, and I have to say everything I've tried I really do like. There's a couple more things that I want to try. I find the shades in the foundation a bit strange. Like, this is shade 3 and I feel like it's still quite dark. So tonight I'm putting up my Christmas decorations. I can't actually believe it's coming up for Christmas already. Like, how insane is it that we're approaching the end of November? Oh my. I can't believe I'm putting the Christmas tree up. This year has just disappeared. And I mentioned it earlier, but this is the MUA Pro Base. This is in the shade #130. So I'm putting on quite a lot under my eyes and around this section here where they are red, because I do need that extra bit of coverage. I would say this is a very light to medium coverage in a concealer, but definitely buildable. I don't like a heavy under eye, so this is perfect. Obviously I love Tarte Shape Tape, and that is a heavier look, but day to day I definitely don't want a heavy look, which is why this is my favourite of the moment, because it is my go-to. I'm going to take this right up under my lash line and keep under my eyes quite bright. I'm not going to go in with any other eyeshadow because they obviously are irritated, and going in with more eyeshadow is just irritating them more. So I think I'm actually going to get away with a nice bright under eye anyway. We're taking it down the nose and up onto the forehead. I don't need too much here. and on the chinny chin chin. I usually go in with my finger and I just rub the top here and I just place that onto the tops of my cheekbones. It's just where the powder highlight is going to sit on top of. It just creates a little bit more intensity and it's got a lovely glow. I also put this on my shoulders, but on my chest. I run it down my arms and legs when I'm going out as well. This is a great little versatile product. You could also put this on with your beauty sponge, a damp beauty sponge, and it'll go on beautifully. So I've got my Illamasqua setting powder here and I'm going in under my eyes with that. Because it is a dewy foundation, like it is more likely that it will move if it's not set down. So I'm putting that in the parts of my face which does get shiny and then just spreading it out along the rest. So I've done my nose along my chin, and the place where my foundation mostly comes off is here. I must touch my face here quite a lot. So I'm going to set that down with actually a big fluffy brush. For my go-to contour at the moment, I've been using the Naked Skin Shape Shifter, and obviously I'm using these two shades here. I believe this is in medium to dark. It's great for summer, but for winter I'm a little bit lighter, so I have got a very light hand with this and I am tapping it off and I'm just going into the contour. This has been my go-to contour of lately, but usually I do go between this one and the Tarte Cosmetics Tartist contour palette. My go-to bronzer of the moment is the Makeup Revolution Ultra Pro Glow, and I just kind of sweep my brush around in this area here. And another favourite of the moment is this brush, which is you'll probably heard me talk about it before. It is the Real Techniques blush brush. It's fantastic. I don't use it for blush, I use it for my bronze. And I'm just sort of taking that down my neck to blend my face in, and I'm just sweeping the brush where there's less product on it around the bottom of my face. Next, my favourite of the moment, which will come as no surprise, is the Soph Does Nails highlighter palette. I'm going in with these two shades here. It's very well loved, very well used. I totally think this palette is fantastic and I cannot believe how much it cost. Like, it's pretty insane. This is them dry. Taking the darker one now and I'm just layering on top a little bit here, and I'm using this on my nose, and I've got a tiny little brush and I'm actually going to highlight my brow bone with this. I'm not sure about highlighting the inner corners, but I feel like it is missing something here, so let's just put a little bit. My absolute favourite blusher of the moment is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk blusher. So this is how it looks. It's the Chic to Chic Swish and Glow blush. So round the outer is the blush and inside is the highlight. And you can use this in so many different ways. I'm just using a big fluffy brush and I kind of like sweep around the outside and pop into the middle, which I believe is how she says to do it. So, and I'm just taking this here. My usual favourite blush until I got this was the Laura Geller Baked Blushers. I love them all. They're amazing. They're so highly pigmented and just beautiful looking on the skin. Since receiving this, I use this constantly. When I say receiving, I mean bought. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, it's in the shade Pillow Talk. It's part of the Pillow Talk range that was released. My usual favourite mascara is actually finished, which is the Tarte Manita. I've got the Bad Girl Bang here by Benefit, which I'm actually going to use my bottom lashes today. This is my favourite. I'm just using it because it's sitting here and I don't have my favourite. I can't decide if I like this or not. I just need to fill in my brows a little bit more because I went over them with a foundation, and then we'll come in and go for lips. So let me do my brows and then we'll do lips. For lips, I've got a couple of favourites from recently. Let me talk you through the first one. It is the Maybelline Stay 24 and it is in the shade Glowing Garment, and it is in the shade Glowing something or other, Gammon. So I can't even read that. It's 290 anyway. This is actually beautiful and I picked it up in TJ Hughes for $2.99. It's just such a lovely sort of berry colour for winter, so I've been having that on quite a lot recently. And I've got an NYX lipstick. I'm pretty sure I used it in a video already. It's in my handbag or I would show you it. That's also my other go-to of the moment. With this eye look, those colours won't go properly, so I'm using the Sleek Matte Me in the shade Cinnamon Spice. This paired with the Softa's Nails lipstick in Syrup is my absolute fave go-to combo of the moment. I would say I wear these more than these sort of tones just now, just because they do every single day. Like, I feel like if I'm just going to Tesco, I'm going to put on this sort of colour. If I'm actually going out somewhere normal, proper, then I'll stick on the red sort of colours. But anyway, I'm going between all of these shades, so let's fire this lipstick on. That is the Cinnamon Spice on its own, and I've just been popping this on. Whether it's fully dried down or not, I just grab this and put it on top. Bring it to a little bit more of a wearable colour for me. It also makes it more comfortable to wear because it is obviously a non-matte lipstick on top of a matte liquid lipstick, so it's just made that a little bit more comfortable. And that is this look complete. I hope you've enjoyed seeing all my favourites on my face. I am loving how this eye look has turned out, and as I said, I already love the Toasted palette and my eyes are completely dried up now and not running anymore. I've got two other favourites that I want to share with you that are not makeup related. So the first one is these Primark stick-on nails at like £1. I've got so many different colours and shapes and sizes in them. This colour in particular is my absolute favourite. You've probably seen them in one of my other videos. It's these ones that are my favourite in the matte. So it's this colour but matte, and they are really, really gorgeous. The glue is fantastic. The shape of the nails is brilliant. I can get a week's wear out of these nails. They're brilliant. And my last favourite is one of these candles. So this is from Home Bargains. They're £2.99. I honestly cannot believe the price. Oh, they smell amazing. This is Warm Apple and Cinnamon, and I actually have one burning in my living room as we speak, and I have 2 backups, and I will be buying like another 2 or 3 backups before the winter's out. They have them every single winter. They are so beautiful. If you haven't tried this, please go and pick one up at £2.99. You can burn this all day long and not be bothered about how much it's costing you. It's ridiculous, and it fills my whole house. I cannot believe how strong it is for the price. It's so nice. So that totally completes this look right here and a full face of favourites. I hope you enjoyed this video and give it a big thumbs up if you did so, and I'll see you again soon. Mwah! Ciao!